I mean, it could happen. It could. It definitely could, man. What's up? What's good? I know I do my thing. I'm doing my thing. I'm expanding the channel. I'm just expanding the channel. Just trying to grow. Just trying to grow the channel, man. Have a wider platform. But we gotta get into this battle rap news though. So y'all get in here. Good morning. Get up off y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all done worked out. Y'all cooking breakfast. Getting ready to start y'all day. But yeah, you see the title, man. What's going on in battle rap? What's going on in battle rap? Could the URL worst nightmare come true? I don't know, but it's looking kind of spicy out here. But yeah, come on, man. We're gonna talk about it. We definitely about to get into it. Could the URL's worst nightmare actually come true? Could it? I think so. Respectfully, man. Shout out to A Ward. Shout out to Tay Rock. Man, let's get into it. So, coming off of the Riot battle, Rum Nitty versus A Ward. I told y'all, first and foremost, whether you got Rum Nitty winning, whether you got A Ward winning, that is a battle of the year for 2022. I personally don't think it's that close as far as like rankings when it comes to battle of the year. I think Rum Nitty had. I got the bar for bar. We're gonna do a bar for bar breakdown. You already know a bar for bar recap. Rum Nitty might have had one of his best round of his career. He might have. It literally it was that. It was that. But coming off of that battle, man, and I said this when the Riot announced this battle. The Riot is the land of opportunity. The Riot GTX, it's the land of opportunity. Why do I say that? Because theoretically speaking, these are common ground battle leagues. What do I mean by common ground battle leagues? These are leagues that the URL don't care if you go over there and do a battle. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't doing it with the ops, URL don't care if you go over to GTX, you go over to the Riot and do a battle. However, what do you do, URL, when you get the battle of the magnitude of A Ward versus Rum Nitty? Because every time we see A Ward, what is the discussion? When is he going to be on the URL? When is he going to be on the URL? And we all know at the end of the day, it's not necessarily A Ward's fault that he's not on the URL. It's not all A Ward's fault that he's not on the URL. When you're seeing other entities that are able to come and go on the URL as they please. You look at a Murder Mook, you look at an A-Verb. You know what I'm saying? So, a JC, he's been on RBE. So there have been talent that have gone on URL and been to other platforms, went back and forth. So why is it so different with A Ward? Is it because that A Ward was not homegrown like some of these other battlers were? He was not originally URL talent that was built up to where the URL could take a little ownership in his career and say, yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did that. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he doing, but he had to come over here and get his start. The problem with A Ward is that he's broken the code. He's broken the mold. A Ward is the single most dangerous battler to have never touched the URL stage. He is. He is the single most dangerous battler that has never touched the URL stage. So when you see, and the one thing when it comes to the URL, people call it the NBA. People say that the URL is the NBA of battle rap. I got no problem with that. But what do you do when the NBA ain't letting everybody in? And the one big, I guess, stigma when it comes to the URL is they got all the talent. They got all the talent. And if you're not battling that talent, it's hard to say you one of the best. But if you got leagues like the Riot and GTX that can get a Rum Nitty to come to the Riot, and you can battle a Ward, you can get a clean paper. to battle a Ward on GTX. When you can get some of these legendary names without the help of the URL, you know the URL ain't liking that. You know the URL ain't liking that. They're not trying to see that. Hell no. So coming off of the Rum Nitty battle, you know, everybody had eyes on this battle. You seen Sue Surf in the building. You seen Shotgun Suge in the building. We seen Vixen in the building. We seen Real Deal in the building. Everybody had eyes. Rock was doing his thing on Caffeine, screaming the car. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. No hate. No hate. All facts. But coming off of that battle, Rock had something to say to A-Ward. A-Ward shot right back. A-Ward said, hey, I would love for you to make your Riot debut against me. What's up, Tay-Rock? What's up, Rock? Now, Rock, this is what I will say. You having one of the best years I have ever seen you have, sir. I have ever seen you have. You have been wilding this year. Wilding this year from the Vixen battle to the T-Top battle. You got Swamp coming up, Summer Madness, Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 weeks. It's a movie. It's up and stuck. But I think when I look at the potential for the A-Ward in the Tay-Rock battle, I got to believe that's the URL's worst nightmare. Because at that point in time, we've already seen one of URL's gunners battle A-Ward. And we already know it was a little bit of controversy around that. That's one of URL's top gunners in Rum Nitty. Tay-Rock is the face of the URL. Let me say this again. Tay-Rock is the face of the URL. Shout out to Geechee Gotti and what he's been able to do for the past 5 years. But Tay-Rock is the face. Not only is he the face of the URL, arguably people could say he's the face of battle rap. So if you're someone with the profile of Tay-Rock, the URL, you got over 40, what do you say? You got 42 battles on the URL? Tay-Rock deserves to battle who he wants, when he wants. He deserves that. He's earned that. So that means if he can't battle A-Ward on the URL, he should definitely be able to go to the Riot, right? In theory. But we know the URL pockets can run deep, and they're willing to block battles. They will pay battlers to sit down. Shout out ARP. We heard the story. Hollow said he got paid $26K to sit his ass down by the URL. He said, oh no, you ain't going over there to RBE. Hell no. Hell no. Do you think the same thing would happen with Rock? If Rock wanted to go to the Riot, do you think that the URL would try to block that battle? Do you think that the URL would offer Tay-Rock, here's 20, man. Here's 20. Here's a 20 piece just to not do the battle. Because at that point, there's not really much you can say about A-Ward and why he shouldn't. There's already no argument. The URL has no legitimate argument on why they should not have A-Ward on that platform, besides them trying to keep a standard of everybody signs an exclusivity contract. But A-Ward is starting to even debunk that theory, because he's saying, I'm willing to sign an exclusivity contract, but the right one, though. You're not about to just lock me in for 3 battles for 2 years and I can't do nothing else. No. I'm pretty sure A-Ward got other endeavors, but he gets a lot of money in his battle rap game. Okay, let's not act like he don't. We not pocket watching, but brother, I know you ain't out here rapping for free. I do know that. So you can't get A-Ward to sign one of those URL contracts that's so exclusive, but he not getting battles back to back. You're talking about somebody who's used to battling back to back weeks. He might take 3-4 battles in a row. He might do that. In 5 or 6 weeks, you might see A-Ward on 3-4 different platforms. That's the type of work ethic that he has. So the question is, do we think that this is the URL's worst nightmare? Get in the face of the URL, the face of battle rap, to battle A Ward on the Riot? I think it is, man. I personally think that is a battle that the URL is cringing to hear that announced. Because there's nothing else you can say to A Ward at that point. There's nothing else you can say to A Ward at that point. Because here's the thing. It'd be a different if URL battlers didn't want to battle A Ward. That'd be the thing. But that's not what it is. You got a lot of people that want to battle A Ward. You got the T-Taps. You got the Avs. You got the Rocks. You know what I'm saying? Daylight talking about battling A Ward. Daylight wants to create a bar so potent that A Ward can't rebuttal. Think about that. Sue Surf, he pulled up for a reason. He pulled up to the Riot for a reason. And it wasn't all Rum Nitty. Because I seen the post interviews. He giving A Ward flowers too. Say what you want. And that's another thing when we talk about A Ward. Y'all remember a few months back when Sue Surf said watch A Ward's year and how he wasn't gonna get no plates? Wrong. He was wrong. The plates look bigger because you have common ground battle leagues that are really moving and shaking. This is why I say the URL gonna have to come up off of that. The URL gonna have to come up off of that, or they're gonna lose out on some classic battles. Now I know the URL don't care about YouTube drops, but I'm gonna tell you this: when the A Ward Rum Nitty drops on YouTube, oh yeah, it's up and stuck. It's up and stuck. It will do 1 million views within, I'm gonna give it 3 weeks. It will crack 1 million within 3 weeks. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. Last year, A Ward was getting URL type talent in 1-rounders. This year, he's getting them in 3-rounders. URL, what you gonna do? Everybody ain't the same. Everybody ain't the same. I know you got your standard, but everybody is not treated the same. Let me break it down to you like this. LeBron James, right? He's on the LA Lakers, right? LeBron James has the ability to provide more access to his team and the amenities that comes with being a Laker than any other current Laker on the roster. Now, he might have to show up at practice at 9:30 like everybody else. However, he might be able to get his family on the team playing for a big game. He might be able to, I'm going to sit this practice out. I'm a little sore. There's certain amenities that LeBron James has accumulated because of his level of play, because of his level of talent, that you cannot treat him like Patrick Beverley. LeBron James and Patrick Beverley will never be treated the same. Respect to Pat Bev, man. I like what he do, but they will never be treated the same because it's a higher level of talent. It's a higher level of achievement. This is the URL's biggest problem that they're going to face. The fact that the more and more A Ward are starting to have these classic 3-rounders. You can ignore a 1-rounder. You can ignore a 3-rounder. I promise you. You can try to turn a blind eye to a 1-round classic. You cannot turn a blind eye to the Rum Nitty versus A Ward when that Joker drop. You can't do it. Guarantee you. I know people that have watched that battle 3-4 times already. It ain't even been a week. I myself, I'm going through, this is my 3rd time watching it. And now I'm getting into the bars and getting more in depth and writing bars down. And boy, was I missing some things. I'm not going to lie to you. The boys was cooking. A Ward and Rum Nitty will do 1 million views in weeks, not months, in weeks, could be days. Could be days, because when people watch that battle, they're going to have to watch it twice, at least. I think, shout out to Mama Ward in the building. We see you, Mama Ward. She says, I think URL only wants to keep him from battling as much and getting more good battles. And that might be the case, but like I said, he might not, you don't need to go to the NBA if the NBA can come to you. If the NBA can come to you, what's the difference? If the crowds are just as big, if the pressure is just as much, what's the difference? Rum Nitty gave us the best Rum Nitty we've seen in years, and it wasn't on the URL, respectfully. It wasn't on the URL. He gave us the best Rum Nitty. We didn't see Rum Nitty in tournaments, win tournaments, split the money. We didn't see Rum Nitty lose in tournaments. We didn't see, I'm telling you, he did not give the best performance of Rum Nitty's career. May have been 9 URL. If you watch the A Ward versus Rum Nitty, I'm telling you, that was Rum Nitty's best performance in years. Years. That first round on the playback, boy. That first round on the. So if the NBA is willing to come to A Ward, what he got to go to the NBA for? If he can get a clean paper, if he can get a Rum Nitty, if he can get a Tay Rock, and these are 3-round battles. These battles count. The one thing y'all were saying about A Ward, yeah, he was getting legends, but he was getting them in 1-rounders. Yeah, he battled Charlie Cooks, but it was a 1-rounder. We get that. But now he's getting them in 3-round battles. And now he's getting them in battles on battle platforms that y'all can't turn a blind eye to. Because y'all try to turn a blind eye to RBE and what they be cooking and booking over there. Y'all do. Let's keep it real. The battle rap community do not be giving RBE the respect they deserve. So when he battles an Ill Will over there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really give it. Y'all gave it appreciation, but it wasn't as much as I was in the building for that. That battle, that Ill Will, different completely. And you see Mama Ward ain't no hater. She's saying Rum's first round is probably round of the year. She ain't lying. She know battle rap. She raised one of the greats. She know what she talking about. I'm telling you right now, A Ward, if A Ward's able to get Tay Rock on the Riot, oh, the URL gonna throw a fit. I'm telling you right now, the Riot will become the URL's #1 op. I'm telling you, Think Tank, hey, you my boy. You telling me, hey, make sure y'all like, y'all better be liking this video, man, because we cooking and booking today. Y'all better be liking the video. You ain't lying, man. I'm gonna pull up a couple things I'm seeing in the chat. He said the Riot changes the game because Geechee is a hell of a face that can get business done. You know what? Geechee can get through to battlers that normally wouldn't listen to certain leagues, because he does have a relationship with these battlers. He does know what these battlers are getting paid. He does know how these battlers are getting treated on the URL. Not saying they're getting treated good, but we already know there's always room for improvement. I'm not saying they're getting treated bad. I don't know. But I do know he knows what it's like to come up in the URL and how hard it is to amass the level of popularity that he did. It ain't too many Geechee Gottis. It ain't too many easy to block captains. Okay, we getting a new superstar, like every superstar, not just star, not just top tier. We're getting a new superstar from the URL about once every 4 or 5. So it ain't that easy. What's it? If you in the NBA but you ain't playing in no games, what do it matter? You can be in the NBA and not be on the court. What do it matter? That logo don't mean nothing if can't nobody see your talent. If can't nobody know your worth, you can't build up your profile because you battling once every 6 months. You getting superstars of like the Geechee Gottis, the easy to block captains. Those do not come by every year. They don't. They don't. A Ward has been able to build his profile up to that type of stature without the URL. Think about that. Think about that. Independently. Independently. Let's talk about these record labels. You got artists signing 360 deals, and then you got people that are independent. Who making more money? The independent artists. All the clicks, all the views that go to the artist when you independent. When you sign that 360 deal, they taking money off the top, they taking money off the middle, they taking money off the bottom, and giving you pennies back. Facts. Tay-Rock has built his profile up to be a Mount Rushmore type candidate. A Ward has built his profile up to be the most dangerous non-URL battler ever. Ever. He's done that. If these two forces collide, the URL is in trouble. I'm telling you now. I've been saying it. When it comes to leagues like the Riot, when it comes to leagues like GTX, URL. I know you be focused on RBE, but the Riot is moving and shaking. Moving and shaking. GTX moving and shaking. You see what Mama Ward's saying? Hit the likes. You can't hit the likes for your boy? Come on now. But do we want to see this battle? Absolutely, we want to see this battle. What? URL might not want to see this battle. I definitely want to see this battle. Rock, again, at this point, is having, like, I got to think that he's having probably his greatest year of his career right now, currently. What he did against Vixen, what he did against T-Top, he right back on Summer Madness. A Ward is having one of his higher profile years for sure. Why? Because he's getting big names for 3-round battles and he cooking. Y'all can't say he cooking. You can say he lost a battle. It's okay to say, but guess what? Two things can be right. You can lose a battle and still be fire. You can. That's what A Ward's doing right now. I'm telling you, man, this might be the URL worst nightmare. People have no idea that the Rum Nitty versus A Ward battle did something long-term business-wise. I've been saying it, Tank. I've been saying it. When you get these common ground battle leagues forming and they're run by the battlers who understand how to improve the treatment of their talent, and it's not just the bag. It's, you know what I'm saying? Even when you look at a Chrome 23 with Remy Ma, you had women on that platform. They ain't have to worry about getting their makeup done. They ain't have to worry about getting their hair done. They ain't have to worry about getting their outfits. None of that. It was all taken care of. It was all taken care of. We talking amenities. That's what the Riot can provide. That's what GTX can provide. That's what Chrome 23 can provide. Let's not forget about them too. It's a lot of competition out here. At URL, you could turn your blind eye to these 1-round battles that was happening, but now that they 3-round battles, boy, and everybody talking about them, boy, I'm telling you, everybody will go. And the thing about the Riot, and look, let's get into the thing about the Riot, right? I think that the URL thought it was going to be a regional platform. Shout out to Tank and I appreciate you, Tank, for being so active, man, for sure. I think that the URL thought that it was just going to be a regional platform. They were just going to stay on the West Coast. But now they moving in certain cities. Now they doing battles in Atlanta. They looking to do battles in the South. They looking to do battles in the Midwest. Some of these places are battle rap hubs. Hey, man, I definitely rock with Atlanta, man. It's definitely one of my favorite cities to go to. For sure. I'm gonna be in Charlotte though. Summer Madness, I can't lie. I'm gonna be in Charlotte for that one. I'm definitely gonna be in Charlotte. But shout out to my homies in Atlanta, man. Shout out to the whole squad down there in ATL for sure. But I'm telling you, with the riot expanding, going to these different cities, providing these platforms that people are paying attention to, that's another thing. These is not like no hole in the wall battle rap leagues. No, these is counting. You got media going out, going to these events. Hip Hoppers Real going out there, 15 minutes of fame going out there. I will be at a riot event. I'm sure I will be at a riot event soon. You give me Rock versus A Ward, I bet you see me at that one. Rock versus A Ward, I bet you see me at that one for sure. But what y'all think, man? What do y'all think about the A Ward and Tay Roc possibly battling? What do you think that could potentially mean to the URL? What do you think that means for leagues like the Riot, GTX? Shout out RBE, man. Y'all know how this go, man. This is Temperature Check. I am your host as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. We just getting started, man. Salute my boy Deadass Talk.